Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nurse the Human, and welcome back to our Islamic Holy Roman Empire campaign, where, surprisingly, the battle outside Valencia is not with El Cid, but with the Spanish. Vasco has declared war on us over here, which is slightly odd. You would have thought they'd let us smash ourselves against the castle first, but apparently he wants to go and save his hero El Cid. So I guess we're going to go kill him then. He is scarred, so he might take a bit of killing. But that aside, he hasn't brought that much of an army. We have more spearmen. Well, I say more spearmen. Marginally more spearmen. We've got all of the mercenary crossbowmen in here. He's got a lot of experience. Yeah, this general could be a big deal of problems. We're probably going to have to lure him into our spears and use the crossbowmen to our advantage. It's going to be trickier than it looks, actually, but should be fine to take on El Cid afterwards. But this was unexpected, an unexpected twist at the start of the episode here. I'm not surprised the Spanish have attacked us. They are hanging outside of Genoa right now, but this was not where I expected the war to take place. There we go. Let's head in. Let's clear them out. Well, if the Spanish want to take us on the mountains of Sierra Calderona, they're going to find themselves in a lot of trouble because, yes, we've got ourselves huge cliffs to be shooting down at them from. So all that experience probably not really being shown very well here, is it? No, it's not. In will come showers and showers of crossbows from a great bloody height. Oh, this is a good way of doing this battle. I do enjoy the upgrade on the maps of Medieval 2 Total War. It's been sometimes you get ridiculous battles like this. I mean, why would they climb this cliff towards us? But it's lovely, isn't it? Just a little bit more extreme on the battle map than it is on Rome, and I love it for exactly that. So they're getting themselves shot down as they arrive, which is good. What we need to do is start hitting this general, actually. So I'm going to probably ask you two just to aim at the general, please. These guys, not so worried about those archers. I don't think they're going to do very much at all. Let's shoot into the spear militia. No one else is that close yet. Yeah, you also go for the spear militia. That'd be absolutely grand. I've got a couple out of the front here, by the way. Only because, why not? Let's just get them up front. Sometimes it pulls them in a little bit. And I can obviously pull them back. These guys will continue shooting in as we go. So we can get a load of damage done to these guys nice and early. That would be grand. Probably start pulling back pretty soon. Let's get one more volley off and then we'll start moving. So go off skirmish mode. Get your shots in. Yeah, we should get some lovely hits in now. Okay, send the crossbowmen up here. In fact, actually, let's send you guys. Can we get you around the flank here? That's not really going to work because it's downhill. You know what? No, just do what you were doing. Just do what you were just doing. And we are going to shoot into these guys with a plum. Lovely. Yeah, the general's already down to 10. Absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Yeah. Oh, I very much missed these kinds of battles. He's down to 7. Right, you start shooting into the mercenary spearmen at this point. I think we can deal with this general. Get a little charge in, please. Little charge in. Right, you, sir, start charge. Actually, don't quite charge down at them. Let's just slightly rearrange this. You guys can just move across like that. And these crossbowmen can start shooting into them. In a very good position indeed. This isn't going to go very well. We've obviously got the height advantage. He's down to 3. We've got some weird graphical things going on with the horses. That seems to have recovered. Definitely a big pull on Monroe. I mean, that neck's pretty ridiculous, but it's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all. He's nearly dead. Down to 3. A few of the spearmen at this point. There we go. He has been cleared off. And victory is nearly ours already. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, these mercenary spearmen are going to... Well, you know what? I'm actually happy to keep retreating. Keep retreating up the hill, lads. You just run away. Let's get all of these shots straight into these chaps over here. You start chasing them, and we'll get these spearmen to just run away. There we go. All right, Yahal. Go and get yourself some beautiful, beautiful chopping going on. Although this guy's actually Portuguese, isn't he? So that's probably the wrong pronunciation. There we go. It's all absolutely fine. If all my missiles can just shoot down the hill at these chaps, that would be magnificent. Yeah, particularly those chaps. Lovely stuff. Well, that could have been a very difficult battle, and it was made incredibly simple by the terrain. Let's mop them up, and let's head back into, well, presumably, the charge of El Cid. I do find that the routing units in this game are quite intriguing because, yeah, if you're trying to run away for your life, you'd probably get rid of your, heavy spear and shield, and you'd just run for your life, especially if there's no light cavalry. I mean, realistically, a running enemy is actually quite a dangerous thing. You know, they're running for their lives. the battle's already won. If you're actually one of these fighters here, the last thing you want to do is bother chasing these guys down here. You might get yourself killed when the battle's already done. You really just want to, you know, I don't know, stab one guy who's maybe a bit slower. You know, the old adage, don't have to outrun the bear, just to outrun your friend, and that'd be exactly this. We kill Steve over here. We'd stand around and rob him. We'd maybe, yeah, just make sure this guy was captured. We wouldn't risk our lives against all of these chaps because they might still have a dagger or something they pull out on us. We don't really want to die after we've won the battle. Risky business, I would suggest, but hey, we'll go clear up the last of these chaps. I suppose it has to be simplified somewhat in Total War. It'd be kind of annoying if you lost loads of men while they were fleeing away. But hey-ho, it does happen with elephants. We certainly had that. Was that my rebel campaign? Elephant fell on some people. That was fun. Ah, good times. Oh, a magnificent victory for us there. Only 7 men lost. I suspect those are just a few of those spearmen who had to engage with the general. But frankly, that was done magnificently. Do we want to... Ooh, is this guy a nice guy? I think he is, actually. We'll release. Why not? I didn't check if there was more than 80 men. You only actually get the positive traits from releasing, or, well, indeed executing, if they're over 80. I imagine there were over 80 there. I don't really know. We captured quite a lot at the end. Venice want to have a chat. Do they actually? I say this guy, yeah, pretends to have a chat all the time with us. So, Russia haven't applied around. We're eventually going to get to the rebels, who I would very much guess are going to attack us. Polish merchant having a bit of a snipe at us there. And, oh, you fiendish dogs. We're going to have to make the Polish pay for that. Interesting point, actually, on the diplomacy. There is no diplomatic penalty for sniping off other merchants, which might be surprising. It's annoying if it happens to you, but yeah, you don't annoy the computer by doing it anyway. So there we go. Valencia is ours. El Cid has fallen. He's given in to us. He's seen the error of his ways, and he's joined I say he's joined our faction. He's in the town. We don't get to have him, but I like to think that El Cid has joined us, and he has seen the light of mighty Allah. So, occupation of Valencia, lovely. Beautiful place to go visit, by the way, Valencia. Fantastic remains of the castle there. Some Roman remains as well, if you're into that kind of thing. All sorts to do. Some lovely, lovely food. Betrothal. Yes, always accept the betrothals. Want all of that. Vienna is getting a Merchants Guild. Always, please. And what have we got? We've got End of Term Report. We are top of everything, which means everyone hates us, apart from money, because I spend it. My merchants' assets have been seized. Do we have any others around here? Are you any good? Good enough to have a go. And we failed again! Right, who is this fiend? Nigoslav O'Donnell. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. We've lost a bit of money there. Okay, do I have any more merchants around? Because I could deal with eating that man like now. You are very good. Right, you go and kill him. 89% this time. Really should win on that particular occasion. Okay, we have lots of merchants around. People always complain about merchants. I'm going to continue with this crusade. Merchants are an incredibly good investment. It's always worth getting merchants. Okay, yeah, war with the Spanish. Don't know what this guy plans to do. Be easy to snipe him up. Ah, he's got the Unité. I love the Unité. My favourite unit. Oh, good old light javelin cavalry. They're just such a menace. I'll be asking if I'm ever going to take Bern. Nah, can't be bothered with Bern. Might go for Metz because the French then don't get it. But equally, I don't want war. I kind of like the buffer states here at the moment. I've got other things to focus on, such as annoying all of Iberia. So, the Germans now have a foothold in Iberia. Valencia has fallen to us. We lost all of, 7 men to this particular unit of spearmen. It's absolutely fine. We can probably retrain them, to be honest. We can indeed. Oh, it's good to be back on Medieval 2, where I can actually retrain my mercenaries. Why I didn't think to do that on Rome, I don't know. We need to upgrade Frankfurt. Have we got... Oh my days, we've got a lot of upgrading to do, haven't we? Well, we're going to line them all up. Let's not worry about the Sheesh Bar. We can get a Sheesh Bar later. And we can't afford that one, but we'll line up anyway because we have plenty of money coming in. Our house is ready to upgrade, which is good. It's a pretty sizable city as they go. So your hull feels appreciated, which is good. We can get Citadel here as well, but we better get that little upgrade first. The next turn will probably be a bit expensive. Might not actually be able to afford all of that. I do have a huge amount of construction going on, as you can tell. I think I lined up, all of my money last turn to do that. So things are in a good position. Now, what was our plan for today? Because I was very much expecting El Cid to ride out and face us. What what are we going to do? Oh, yes, well, I suppose when it's finished at war with Spain, we might as well go and take Toledo. It's right there. So we'll get ourselves a knight straight away. 3 turns to next available unit. 3. Wow, maybe we'll hold that off. I will go and attack them, but not straight away at this moment. We'll get new borders with the Portuguese of Cordoba as well as Lisbon, don't they? Now, we'll just go and take Spain. We'll just make things awkward. The Moorish will probably attack us anyway, but they're already losing the war in the Iberian Peninsula. Yeah, they've lost Cordoba to Portugal already, but they're holding on to the rest, so it's all absolutely fine over there. Right, as for all of this nonsense, we were going to go and launch crusade at these foolish Byzantine chaps. We'll give it a turn or two, prep a little bit, but I recall we were getting a bit of money from them. One more turn. Okay. Well, we might as well launch crusade very soon. Although the Pope is floating. Okay. I have not heard, sir, because last time you called me your foe, I declared myself Islamic, and you haven't really done anything to stop me yet. So, yes. What have we got? 53% at the moment, 64%, 81%, 84%. Okay, we're doing quite well with the conversion, actually. 82% over here. This is all very strongly ours, so we know that. 47, 59, 17, and 6. Yeah, well, not surprising with a new region. Go and keep laying some watchtowers because that is really the only important thing in the world. Might as well see what's going on. We can see Helsinki is Russian. You can see with a little island over there. Yeah, that means that we haven't got a lot of options, have we, in terms of moving on this area. Which Riga is also Russian. We can just see the coast of Riga as well. So yeah, this is now Russian up here. This is Polish. Fine. No need to force anything over here. As much as we are going to be at war with everyone, we might as well hold off the war for a little while. Probably could do with a watchtower in this part of the world. It's a bit ridiculous how little or how low my vision is. So I'm just going to put a watchtower. Oh, it's an enemy territory. Oh, well, that would explain why there's no watchtower there then, wouldn't it? Perhaps over this side would be better. You, sir, go back home. Go home, my good friend. Right, Sicily never did wage war with us, did they? They actually returned back over to Calgary, which is friendly for the time being. I expect that to go very wrong before very long, but all is fine in that area. Right, let's better prepare this war then. We've got to prepare our war. Prince Henry really should head off on this, because getting your heir to go off on Crusade or Jihad is always a very clever idea. Before we do that, I guess I better just take out these Spanish chaps over here, but they'll just be a small little snipe off. As for the Pope, he can be dangerous yet. I need to be a bit careful about this. Imams need a boat or two to deal with the Byzantines, so let's just prep this war. What have I got? Oh yeah, all of the imams are ready to go with this, aren't they? I forgot. It's been a few weeks since I've actually recorded this. I recorded the first few episodes in a nice big chunk. Okay, all of you chaps, head over to the boats. Lovely stuff. Right, there's a couple boats over there. That's fine. And then we've run out of money. We can't get any more boats in this region, so what can we do in terms of our troops? I think I have to organise where I can get my troops, because I've obviously only got towns over here. Innsbruck probably needs to get a load of, knights out. To plot this one a little bit. Oh yes, that Papal Army wasn't just having a friendly knock around. No, they're coming in to attack, which means perhaps it's simply time to take on Rome. My spy's being killed here, which was very clever of me. Benefactor for Yahal. I could do with that, to be honest. Gives us an extra gentleman over here, presumably. Now we've got a town. Yes. Good news indeed. That gives us extra... Oh, Portuguese Navy. No, they're not attacking us yet. Relations worse with the Papal States abysmal, probably because they just declared war on us. Hardly surprising, but unfortunately, that is going to slightly curtail the Byzantine invasion, which is annoying because I just bought 3 more boats. Yeah. But or 2 more boats. At the very least, we can get on with sending all of our imams off very, very quickly in this direction. So, Mr. Imams, come and join me. Or go over to Rome. Start the conversion. Start the conversion of Rome. That would be a good plan indeed. Now, Mr. Diplomat, Miss Spanish Princess. I don't know how she feels about peace. Very demanding. Okay. How about map information for map information? That's apparently generous.
We cannot quite accept this.
But they won't accept anything because we're at war. So there we go. Right,
You
there's a
should
cardinal.
face trial for heresy.
You should face trial for heresy, but we will kill you anyway. So yes, apparently we should face trial, but they have come to kill us with swords and crossbow bolts and all of that nonsense. So Bologna is now under siege, we know that. The spy who died, by the way, was at Metz, which we're also trying to do a bit of sneaky conversion on. Should probably start sending the next imam across the border as well. Marvellous stuff. We're going to use these as sort of spies on the French as well, so they are floating around. Kind of getting low on money, possibly because Bologna's just being attacked as well. Where is this guy who kept on sniping me off? Oh, he's wandering off in that direction. You know what? Can't bother to chase you forever if you're going to be difficult. But I would like to go and murder you for a moment. Right, he's now gained some ability, or I've lost some ability, which isn't particularly enjoyable. We can always find something worth trading in this area of the world, I suppose. Spanish merchant up there, not really worth sniping. Okay, in Valencia. We need a little bit of spy work going on. Now, it's not the best area for towers, is it? Not really. I wouldn't mind, though, getting... Yeah, I'll just spend all my money to get those two lined up over there in Valencia. Now, I didn't say the queues were stalled. So presumably, all of those big town upgrades, like in our house, are going on. So that's why our money's slow. We just spent about 4 different cities on new upgrades. Okay, are they going to come in? Because I'm very happy to stay in the city and let them come forth and ask if that's what they want to do. There is some paper guard there. So we'll bide our time a tiny bit with that, but I think we'll be okay. Let's get the imams onto the border here. They can jump over to Rome on a moment's notice. Same actually with that imam over here. You can just hang over on borders so you can always run down the road if that's what we want to do. So let's probably do that all around. That'd be a good idea. Now, this merchant got any chance? No, he doesn't. If nothing else, he might lure him over here. I don't really want him to come and lure him over to us, but there we are. Might as well go on to this mine over here. Is it gold mine, a silver mine, a miney mine? It's a marble mine. There we go. Alright, it's probably, at the moment, just a bit of a peaceful moment to make sure everything in this northern part of the empire is set. Because Poland, whilst they've been on with a merchant, honestly, don't look like a threat right now. If anything, they look like they're heading towards, Helsinki to go have a sneaky look around there. Interesting. Okay, well I'll get some watchtowers down, he says. One more over here, somewhere around this area would be good, and then you can head back to the town, Dindrach, and that'll be absolutely grand. Ah, the Venetians are charming as ever. No, we won't take any of that nonsense from you. I did notice their army has been wandering over in this direction. So I suspect with the Pope declaring war on us, it's not going to be long before everyone in the Catholic world declares us their enemy. Yeah, Sicily are doing the same.
Of course.
It's beginning. It's definitely beginning. The Polish have decided to come and snipe this guy off. Yep, just as I expected. And I suspect he probably will succeed. At least now we can go and murder his wretched behind. Okay, that's 3 of my merchants he's now killed. Are Hungary also going to declare they're going to kill us? I suspect they will, won't they?
I bring
yes,
word from my people, noblemen. It is no matter.
Oh, they're lining up to stab us in the throat. Anyone who doesn't make this threat is probably not got a diplomat next to us at this moment in time. So the Pope, what do you want? You're going to head in. Didi is going to head in. A new general has appeared just outside the city, which is quite funny. So what have we got? We've got Guido the Vigna. And he is a bit dready, but not very much. Good command in him, though. Poor disciplinarian. Unfortunately, that's a good thing for morale. But, okay. Nothing too interesting as him as a general. Some Italian militia. Obviously, incredibly annoying units. Quite solid. He has 3 Pavese crossbowmen, who are, frankly, the most OP units around. Ignore the Genoese crossbowmen. We got rid of those nice and early doors, but... Yes, cavalry. We can probably get our cavalry out and take up their cav. Probably should have done that in a sally, but I couldn't be bothered. Kind of just wanted to have a good city defence, because you don't get them too often on this game. So I reckon we'll head into this little bout and see if we can take them out. I reckon, our troops are definitely inferior, but I think the city defences should give us the advantage we need. Let's head in. In they come, and it's a grim, grim day here outside of Bologna. But we have ourselves a beautiful position for some lovely, lovely crossbows and arrows. So we can hopefully get some nice shots in on the side. Now, fire arrows, if you can shoot down that ram, that would be ideal. There we go. So this won't work at all, but we're going to try it anyway. At the very least, we can get some lovely side shots in over here. Now, I'm getting all my cavalry out, aren't I? I forgot about that. Okay. Cavalry, get yourselves over to this flank. Nice and quick. That'd be perfect. Now, as a general rule, yeah, we do have the worst units here. We've got to be a little bit careful. Our ladders have already made it over here, but we do have a nice corner, which means a few extra tower angles for us, which is kind of what we're looking for. Now, our cav has kind of spooked theirs, which is ideal. Where is this general coming from? He's from over this side, which is actually where our cavalry is meeting up. Annoying, I can't see anything right now. Darn AI always likes to pick these days, doesn't it? So as we get ourselves set up, we chance to get ourselves properly lined for a charge or two here. Now, they have 2 units about to get headed into there. We want you two to get into the next mailed knight. To be honest, this is just a case of absolutely smashing their cavalry early doors. There's a spear militia around, which isn't going to be the best for us to take on, but I really could do with a nice charge in at them. So the fire is going to do absolutely nothing to the ram. They never burn down very hard, as we know, but it's fine. We are causing them a bit of awkwardness. Cav, get yourself straight back out of there. Perfect news. Their general is lined up in that position. So let's just get our general back over here. Lovely stuff. And to be honest, he's in a ridiculously vulnerable position right now. We have shot him down a bit with our crossbows, so we can continue as we are there. Now, our archers are about to get hit by their men, aren't they? Which isn't ideal. Over on the wall here, what are we doing? We're chunking away at them. I've got the experienced lads over there. And as for the ram at this gate, I've got these chaps just hanging around. Doesn't look like they've sent anyone over this side, so I'm going to take the one unit I've got over here, just make sure that they come over, ooh, there we go, to back up this side of the gate, because I don't really want them smashing through the gate either. Their general is looking weak. We've been shooting down with a crossbow for a while now. Now let's start shooting those other chaps, because, yeah, we are going to start losing some men if we're not careful. So, archers, 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 archers. You get yourselves around here at this point. And these guys can head round to there to go and take on those chaps. This would be a good position for us all. The enemy have a ram at our gates. That's absolutely fine. What we're going to do instead, though, is charge our general. Not that one. Charge these 2 into there and these guys into here. We'll see if they can take out the crossbowmen. Might be a bit of a weird, awkward one to do, but in general, we should be in a good position to do it. So, Italian munition, not ideal, not ideal. Let's just get these 2 chaps to pull out. Lovely. This guy is somewhere in the distance. He can just charge them down from a long way away. Here comes the charge of the cavalry. The general is not in a good position. He's been hit by the sides, and I don't think that general's going to last very long at all. These crossbowmen aren't going to be happy either. You guys get into there. You chaps just pull out of this. Our general's going to hit the side of their Italian spear militia, and they are not happy with that either. There goes the extra spearmen. Perfect. Now at the back some more. We get the cavalry to charge into those lads. Again, not ideal hitting the spear militia, but I reckon we're still in a good position. The rams are getting distracted, which just gives us more time to charge in once again. Now I reckon this general is not going to last very long, but there is a spear militia in there, which is why we need to pull out. So just pull out of that. Yeah, that general's down to 4 at this point. Crossbows, just shoot him down. The Pope hates crossbows, does he? We'll just shoot him down with crossbows. Perfect. We'll show him how it works. That charge did not work at all. That's a little bit irritating, but very well. Right, just get all of our cav into them at this point. I don't really know what's going on. You need to pull out of there as well. Damn the cloud! Damn all of this cloudiness. So, all of the cav pull out of there. We're just keeping them busy. The ram is currently empty. This gives us our towers as long a time as possible to shoot them down. General is down to 3. Crossbowmen are still doing their job. They are heading back into this tower over here, which we're struggling to kind of stand in the right position for. There we go. That's better. So, I can't really see where my cav are anymore because the world is terribly unhelpful towards us. But these crossbowmen look like a juicy target. Their mailed knights are charging into our general. That's fine, we'll just get our guys to hit them again. And if we can just keep delaying them, we're in a very strong position. These crossbowmen, there we go, they are coming down. We've now got our spearmen in the way. Crossbows, what can you shoot? Just shoot down those spear militia into the back. Where is their general, by the way? I seem to have lost him. Popey. It's not actually the Pope, by the way. Oh, there he is. He's just one of him. Just one of him in the middle of us. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, Maximilian has got himself quite badly hurt in this battle. And there goes down Mr. Popey Pope. And with that, we're in a good position here. Very good position. They haven't actually made it onto these walls at all. And our cavalry has really done their job. Infantry is just holding a position. Their morale must be getting very low at this point. Yeah, indeed, they've lost a lot. 16 to 64%. Perfect news. Okay, what have we got at the back here? Some spear militia. Honestly, where my light cav, the whole point of you two really isn't for these charges, it's just to go and mop up any of their troops at this point. So, this tower is not looking very helpful right now. This is the main one that they're sending in. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a charge into them or not. Sometimes the game doesn't like charging a unit that's climbing a tower. No, it isn't going to be happy. That's a shame, but we need to get these crossbowmen taken out. So, whatever units we've got, Cav, head into these spear militia. Get around the back because I want to shoot down these guys. Yeah, Pavis are not my friends, but at the moment they're not shooting, so at least that's something, eh? These guys are way too strong. Let me just take a moment to look at them. 7, 12, 14. Oh, they're so good all round. And long range armor piercing. Ridiculous. If the mic sounds any different right now, I'm really dipping my head into the screen, which has probably got my face a bit near the mic. So I don't know about all of that. Right, spear militia have been routed. Time to get into the back of whatever's left. Particularly my two light guys, your job is to go and mop them up. I think this battle is as good as done. Yes, indeed it is. We've kind of kept them slowed down for as long as possible. They've attacked a kind of curvy bit of the wall, which has given us better angles, particularly these crossbowmen. I mean, one unit of crossbowmen has just annihilated so many of them. They've just been shooting in at the side all day long. Yeah.
Stay strong.
Very well indeed, I would suggest, sir. I wouldn't really be very worried about it at this point. So let's get my cav to just run off in that direction. That'd be magnificent. These guys have already done a mopping up all of that. Get rid of those spear militia. They'll break as soon as you hit them. And this battle really is as good as done. A marvellous day for the Empire. Yes, officially victory at this point, merely seconds later after that last comment. And yeah, I reckon we've done a pretty good job here. We've lost 20%. Not surprising since they actually have better troops, but I'm pretty pleased with that. It could have been a bit cleaner if I could actually see what I was doing at any point, but I am quite pleased with this overall. Apparently there are some men in the distance. We should probably go and kill them, but I think it's a bit too late. You know what? We'll probably just have to let them leave, won't we? Just have to let them live, and we'll just slaughter the ones that are near us. Crashing victory for us there. Marvellous. And with that, I guess we might as well just march on Rome then, seeing as the Pope is probably looking pretty vulnerable at this point. No. Execution for the Maud. Master Theologians Guild in Genoa. Certainly worth the £2,000, I would suggest. And with that, Portuguese are now the richest. We are still the strongest. Venice threatened us with war, and they have an army waiting for us. Great. Yeah, I think this war is officially going now. So we'll hire up those 4 crossbowmen. That'd be nice to defend the town with. Just the merge, I think, for the time being. Get these guys retrained. And you know what? We can probably head over to the bridge, actually. I'm quite happy to head to the bridge. Got ourselves some crossbowmen. Good. And at this point, what have we got? We've got ourselves quite a few spearmen. They can hold the bridge for us. And one more unit. Good. Right, at this point, a few more cavalry. And do we want you to lead this force? We probably do. This guy is not very experienced. You go and take that army. Right, stand on that bridge. See if we can lure them into their doom. Unfortunately, we can't quite reach Toledo, but I'm going to go send in some of our lovely cavalry just to make sure we get the siege started. I reckon if they charge out, they won't be able to take us anyway. So we'll just go and hang out outside the city. Military captain for Odwin von Nuremberg, which is the guy who just hired up some lads over here. Yes, Rome. Rome is now 18% Islam, which is amusing. There we go. This isn't very happy at this point. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Probably get a little bit of money going, but yeah, I feel like our trade has started to plummet with a couple of declarations of war, so be a little bit careful about all of that. Might just go around turning up the tax rate. Population's a bit low here, but don't mind turning it up to the next level. That's about to turn over to a town. So is Hamburg, by the way. So that should increase our money just a little bit. I probably can't afford that. Right, I've got to go and try and figure out how I'm going to make some more money, because my economy has started to struggle now that everyone's declaring war with us. So some very high tax rates are going to be, escalated around the world. And also, of course, the most important thing is the Polish guy. Yes, where are you? He's going to snipe off your face. There we go. Completed. Only 55% this time, but lots of money off that lad. 1,500 or so. I could very much take that. Yes. Bit of a shame I did that after I already moved, because now I can't remember Watchtower over here in Valencia, which is very much what I wanted. On the other hand, I know we've got the agent limit now. That's a shame. That's a shame. But the citadel, or the castle, yeah, the castle is getting itself finished over there. So that is all very good. Right, I feel like we've started to hit the proper issues now, which is Catholicism has declared us persona non grata, which isn't going to be the best plan, especially if Scotland start invading by sea as well. Good thing we took out the Danes already, eh? I think those early snipes are helpful. And yeah, this border with the French, which is largely rebel, is very much looking positive at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sicilians invade very soon. The Moors are over here, which should keep them busy. They actually go and attack. So there's Calgary. They might actually have a chance of taking that if they actually bother to do anything, but there we are. Yeah, the rebels are doing very well here, by the way. They've got a big force standing outside Marseille, which the French seem to still be struggling to take on, and won't beat it with that army. Metz is still here. We've still got Antwerp and all of those cities still on this border here. Bern, of course, which I'm ignoring. So, yeah, the rebels doing a nice job, but yeah, the Spanish are going to have to go down, and I think Toledo next turn will be how we do that. I reckon we can get a load of rams of these guys, or a load of ladders. Ladders will do the job. I reckon between these guys, yeah, we can shoot down their lads on the wall. Dismounted feudal knights, not seen these yet. That bodes well for us. It's just that in their fortress, fortress. Yeah, in their fortress over here, we'll be able to go and start building some better troops. In Venice, and they have taken on Milan rather than taking us on the bridge, which is a little bit irritating. So don't really have what I'd like to face them in the field. We'll have to see what the army looks like. So, if that Venice have also declared war, perhaps the Byzantines will have to be held off for the time being. So, we haven't got a lot in the town, and they have a bit in the field, but what have they got? A few peasant archers, quite a few sergeant spearmen. I don't really fancy us here, but let's just get all of the spearmen we can, and let's just head in and take them out. In the meantime, head over to Spain, where, yes, we're ready to head into here as well. So, in Toledo, we have the King Alfonso himself. You foolish, foolish dog, you. This, by the way, isn't that easy. It is a fortress, so they do this correctly, it causes a lot of problems. But one thing I generally do actually on this game is even if I've got little scraps of units, like 3 or 2 here or there, they're just useful for keeping a tower on for as long as possible. So yeah, even if you have weak units, it's better to have a few weak units just to manage to keep on as many towers. They're going to struggle to keep them on and fall back to the plaza. So with only 2 units, we should be fine. Let's head in. Our first citadel there, and this one could be tricky because they do have dismounted feudal knights up on the walls, glorious in their Spanish colours there as well. Yeah, they're right where we don't want them to be, because this is the easiest path over to the next section of walls. We are going to have to take them on, and we're going to struggle. There's a proper, solid, heavy infantry swordsmen, in fact. We are the spearmen. so we're going to struggle to take them out. What I would like to do then is go and get myself some of my lovely crossbowmen up onto the walls. And what that probably suggests is that I should drop this particular ladder over here and get these guys to pick that up as well. In the meantime, what I should probably do is get these guys to wander perhaps near the walls. How is this tower on, by the way? It's absolutely ludicrous. But anyway, we can run towards the walls, so that's a positive if nothing else. If they want to start running, that would be good actually. These guys are now in control of that ladder as well. So we're going to run them over to this part of the wall. And in the meantime, we can hopefully just keep them dancing. I don't know which way they're going to go. Whichever way they go, I'll send in some of my other infantry in the other direction. So, we've actually been shot down with this tower, which is strange. Maybe it's just got the flag there and it isn't really in their control. Nope, there we go. I'm getting shot now. I spoke too soon. The ladders are now in place. Absolutely they are. So at this point, we should just run over to this tower and just show that we dominate it, please. Now, one thing I would like to do, probably a good plan actually, whilst I would like to get a shot in from that angle, more importantly, I'd like to go get the towers, because if I can go and get the main gate there, start sending my cavalry, that'll probably spook their infantry. So I'm going to send them over here, nice and quick, and just see what they want to do at this point. They are a bit unsure actually, aren't they? They're a little bit unsure. They're moving over this direction. Okay. That means now we're going to get these guys in here, and what do I want to do? These guys can drop their ladder actually. Got one more unit. You go and grab the ladder. We're trying to get into the side of them. Now these guys, if they're going to run over here, can you just stop? I'd rather you don't get yourselves killed. So, we've now got these towers. These towers are ours. This really should go off, but sometimes the towers can be a bit awkward on this game, so I'm just going to go and get my cavalry straight in around here. At this point, we can now start getting all of these guys over here. Get these ladders up in this direction, please. Get the ladder up over here. In fact, you don't even need to take that ladder for now. Just dump that and start running over here. That'd be absolutely grand. So we're just going to hang out down there. There's a few of them up. I think it's confused them, and they've actually left. They've wandered down to the ground, and that's probably because our cavalry has entered the city or is wandering around and they've now lost the gate. So, ideally I'd catch them before they went through the next gate, but I think they're going to make it before us, which is unfortunate. Yeah, they're just going to make it before we can arrive, which is a shame. We have to take them on the next layer. It's a bit of a game of cat and mouse, this. Oh well, right. I suppose in that case, then we better pick up the ladders, go and grab those, and we'll go move on to the next tower. Big part of the problem at fortresses is you get stuck in these tiny sections of walls, so we're going to struggle to get around these guys now, which is unfortunately what we wanted to do in the first place. So at this stage, these two guys over here, what I really want from them is, you guys put the ladders down, and you guys come over here, pick up these ladders, and go and plonk them up on the wall. These guys have just been shooting, getting a bit, just getting themselves shot down in the meantime. Now the spearmen are going to struggle, but actually, let's get all the cavalry to start running, because we might want to just get the gate again. And if we can run up here and get the gate now, we've shuffled them over that side. Yeah, that means we should get this going the way we want. So they're going to go grab the ladder and start doing some lovely damage. Get all my cavalry to run over into this direction. That tower should be ours at this point. There we go. With us inside the tower, we can now start hopefully heading into these chaps. And they've got the ladder, put it up against the walls. Our spearmen are hopefully going to be able to chunk them down. Now, when I say chunk them down, they won't. But at the very least, we're going to get ourselves some of our lads up here. So get yourselves up here. Graphics are going weird and glitchy right now. Okay. Don't really know what's happening. Weird glitchiness. Just start shooting. I don't know what's happening. They're magical crossbowmen, but they're doing their work. In fact, you really should be getting a better shot than that. So perhaps just get yourself over here. Anyone? We are really losing to the game glitching at us now, which is not ideal in any way, shape or form. Okay, so this isn't really going the way it's supposed to, which is essentially because These guys are stuck shooting up when they should be shooting along. But at this point, these guys are going to run down here. They actually wanted to leave probably the whole time. So we'll just chuck... Why is this not working? They won't let me do anything right now. Right, you guys charge in. They're right. Yeah, the game is really not happy with me in this particular battle, is it? It's really not having any of this nonsense. I'm taking way too many losses because the game is just glitching all over the place. So just get whatever crossbowman we have who's supposed to shoot the general from up here. It's supposed to be a really clean battle. There we go. It's not anymore. We've lost ridiculous amounts of men because the game has been really difficult to us. So at the very least, we now have ourselves some crossbowmen up on the wall. Some more crossbowmen up on the wall. Getting some lovely shots in at the general. Perfect. Anyone, just find a shot. Where are you? You're over there. You find a shot as well. This little glitcher has been really not very helpful to me, has it? I mean, I should have been able to get some beautiful shots into the back. You know, obviously, the spearmen were always going to lose that battle, but some shots in the back, it could have been glorious indeed. But there we are. We'll just get our spearmen down here at this point. General, you can get yourself over here. Whatever. The general might well come in. In fact, he is coming in, and now he's not coming in. So yeah, our crossbowmen can at least get some nice shots in, but it could have been a lot better, unfortunately. Right, some lovely crossbow shots coming into the general. The spearmen are headed in now. Our generals apparently will not listen to a single command that I give them today. But we should now be shooting them down. We've got the towers. Well, the towers aren't shooting, but they're now not shooting at us. The crossbow shooting down. We've got spearmen in on their general. We've got generals in on their general. And at this stage, with any luck, can slowly chunk them down. I mean, this is a good example of just 2 units in a fortress can make an awful lot of awkwardness. Partly, obviously, the glitching hasn't helped, but just running from one set of walls to the next set of walls, making life awkward for your opponent. Just creates so many casualties. This has been a bit of an odd glitchy one, I will give it that, but there we go, the enemy king is dead. In many ways though, if we can take their one fortress and kill their king in the process, this will be a big victory for us. Now, if we can get these 2 guys to shoot in onto them on the plaza, that would be ideal. We're going to slowly chunk them down. It's been a far more bloody affair than it needed to be, but at the end of the day, it's done the job. Let's just get these chaps back here. Same, all of you just move out of there. We'll use the crossbows as much as possible. We do at last have some sort of final battle, but we're not really managing to get our positions right for anything here. It's not really going to plan, this battle, but we brought enough to be able to get through any of these odd eventualities you sometimes get in the fortress. We'll just have to chunk them down. We're actually very low on time at this point, so we'll just have to finish them off. We do tend to keep time on just because of odd, weird glitches sometimes in the game. We saw a really bad one on the Rebel campaign, didn't we? Bridge outside of Venice, I think. We saw some ridiculous situation where they went attack, and thus we lost. There we are. Eventually victory, and this is a victory for Spain. Oh, sorry. Oh, for Portugal. Over Spain. Ah, delicious. The strength of God will enable us to overcome the multitude. Nope, it did not work on that occasion. The multitude of the faithlessness, or of Islam in this case, has claimed victory. There we go, Toledo has fallen. Now, possibly a good idea to do a bit of sacking. Though, yes, a bit of sacking. We could do just a big pile of money to go and wage the next section of war. Oh, yes. Pavis crossbowmen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy about this eventuality. And feudal knights. Ooh, catapults. 1 unit of catapults, 1 unit ballista, honestly, out the gates will defend basically any city. This amount of feudal knights, we're getting those soon. Yeah, this is why you don't exterminate, especially there's no point in a castle anyway, in a fortress. But yeah, this is very good indeed. Okay, let's just get a few of these guys merged. That isn't going to quite fit, unfortunately. Actually lost a whole unit of those guys, which is most unfortunate. But at least we can retrain them. Missions worse for Spain has become abysmal, hardly surprising, but frankly, they shouldn't declare war on us. So, yeah, let's have a watchtower. That's what we need in our life. There's the army. There's the army. Okay, if they're going to bring in some more units, possibly best to just get ourselves some fresh units. As I said, I don't mind a few slightly cut up units when it comes to defending a city. A catapult is always good fun defending a town. So a couple of pavis and a catapult in case they want to come and take on Toledo. Now, we could do with converting, and yeah, there's a cardinal here, so we're really going to struggle with Valencia if we don't start building up all of these buildings. But the Reconquista looks like it has been crushed. El Cid has fallen, and the Spanish are losing their heartland over here. They still have Leon, they still have themselves Zaragoza, but without Toledo, they can't get their best troops anymore. This puts them in a very weak position because we can now start getting our strongest troops. And that, but it is actually, wow, they've landed in Corsica. Wasn't expecting that. Probably should have. Let's get myself one of the heavy mailed knights. That'd be great. Now, can we defeat that boat? We'll have a go. We'll probably lose. Yay! Victory! Fun times for us. Now, of course, the other major battle we had to take on was with the Venetians outside of Milan. So, Arbiselvo. Oh, yes, I remember you. I remember you very well. You're feeling poorly. That's a shame, isn't it? We're going to take you out nice and easily. What else is there on here? Nothing too interesting. He's got himself some good traits, though. Some of retinue, even. So, not too bad. Yeah, we'll probably... Should we attempt a night attack? That'll take Captain Wealth out of it. Nah, let's not bother with that. Right. As you said, this guy has a bit of experience and, yeah, some stronger troops than us. However, we have ourselves a good pile of crossbowmen. Have ourselves a couple leaders who are, well, good chunk of experience. He will fall simply. I think our best plan is to snipe him off. Now, he has 3 units of 4 units of mailed knights. I have 2, some of the lighter chaps and the generals. So we've got to win the cav battle. And from there, see how it all goes. Okay. Leave Captain Andreas to himself. It might distract them if nothing else. Let's head into Milan. They are up the hill, unfortunately, so I've fallen back a little bit. Got my crossbowmen and the mercenary spearmen up front. Second row is of my slightly shoddy militia lads. So just keep them at the back. These guys don't even know how to stand beside a rock, so yeah, that's why they're the back line. Now, as for the rest of these guys, so we want to go and do something with our cavalry. So they've got a good defensible position over here. I need to find a position to come and get around them, so I might just wander my cav off over there. As for the rest of my forces, possibly best just leaving them for the time being, actually. I'll just group them together, see if we can find... Is there a little bit of a hill over here? There's really not. Bit of a shame. At least it's a bit of a flat plain, so we might at least go and face them off in this corner instead. There's a bit more open room to shoot the crossbows in, and hopefully our cav can do some good work. They've got borders standing around, which is a good bit of news for us because, yeah, I don't want to face them up that hill. That wouldn't be very good for me whatsoever. So we're going to go get our cav over here. They are not stopping for us, which is interesting. Now, they've got themselves some archers up the front. Don't care about archers. They're literally pointless on this game. We're just going to get our cavalry to charge into these guys. Now, as for these 2 units back here, actually. My general, you get yourselves over here. You 2 heavy lads head straight into him. Some spearmen can just run off to the front here. Just see if we can get a nice charge or 2 going on. These guys in the back will be a nice way to begin things. General. Okay. These guys are going to take some heavy damage. They broke instantly, which is pretty good for me, I would suggest. If we get what's left of us, these 2 chaps out in the back. That'd be good. Right, those 2 units have done their job. Pull straight out of it. You've literally done what I need you to. General needs to take on their general, and he's going to fall quickly with his poorly health. So, that should hopefully end that battle before very long. Where are my other cav? They're just hiding in that patch of forest back there. That works for me. Okay, and they are not looking too pleased about themselves. We'll turn around here. Our cav are smashing up their cav, frankly. It's going incredibly well. Yeah, you guys get into the back of them. I don't mind them pinning down my general a little bit. You get the charge into them. Try and... No, they intercepted that charge, but some of them are still going to continue, which is ideal in many ways. Okay, we're going to lose a bit of cav over here, which means that our extra cav should probably come out of the forest and nail them in behind. Okay, we're just going to chunk them down, which is why we got the good bit of distance here, because we will win the cavalry battle. I'm fairly sure of that, but be a little bit careful about how we do this in the meantime. So, yeah, you guys smash into those mailed knights. We're all going to head into these guys. That'll break them pretty much now, I imagine. I can't be too happy about any of this. No, they're surrounded. Okay, and that means we can probably start picking off that general once again. Just ignore them, charge through them, they'll break, I imagine. And yeah, we've picked them off. Yeah, unfortunately, it's our light guys in against him, but should be in a good position to finish him off. Our generals, I've lost a bit. Maximilian really does like to lose his men in these fights. He possibly didn't have a full unit to begin with. Now, this is they're slowly starting to arrive over here, which isn't necessarily ideal. My 5 units of crossbowmen, go off of that, please. Just move to the back. Get yourself some nice shots in from there, please. My reinforcements are over there. That's not an issue for me either. Now, we haven't quite broken them yet. This general hasn't fallen anywhere near as quick as I'd like, and I guess he's only -1 to his health. Where my light cav? Light cav, get out of there now. That is the general. I think that's their general. The narrator man, for some reason, has given up, but that is the enemy general 4, and Barbus Salvo is gone, and with that, I reckon we're in a good position now to just start sending some of these into the back. Yeah, peasant archers over there. Right, you guys into them. You guys into the next units. These 8s, I don't know what their job is. Just hit someone in the back. You guys, 22 of them there, 14 of them there. Okay, I reckon between you two you've got that dealt with. Just get on top of them. These guys will probably break anyway. They look a little bit lonely and lost at this stage. So, charge into their flank. They're now charging in their units. I really need to press charge. Just to be sure here. So, what have we got? These guys are going to come in. Front line, you get a charge in. You get around the flank. Just see what you can do to make life awkward for them. You get into them. You get into them. You just start charging. Charge. And the crossbowmen can shoot in at the rear. So the cavalry are now doing their job. I need to be very careful about my cav, by the way, and my general cav, because they are chunking down a big unit. Yeah, let's just get them both back together, just to be sure we don't lose anyone unnecessarily. Okay, we're now dealing with these peasant archers at the flank. They've now broken. These armoured sergeants need a good charge into their flank. Okay, looks like we are doing something. Those guys... Yeah, there's only 5 of them left, but they've done their work. You guys start to push around. Looks like they are actually collapsing. Right, with that, they're broken. Just 1 or 2 more charges. Honestly, I think we've just about got it. If you're really careful, these generals don't get themselves killed at the end here, because the rest of the battle is really done. So actually the best idea for them is to just get into the main battle. Now these cav come and deal with this. That's probably, yeah, best for all of us. No, general, don't get yourself caught in it. Get yourself out of there. Get yourself out of there before you get yourself killed. Good. Right, our reinforcements aren't coming in, even though I told them to be AI controlled. Game loves doing the complete opposite of what you tell them. Good. Start chasing them down. You mop them up. General needs to just make sure he keeps himself safe. And there's the victory. Official victory for us. Right, their cavalry is mainly going to get away. I'm not bothered about them. There's a lot of men here that we can clear up. So, you get on top of these chaps. Light cav, take out those mailed knights. We can probably get rid of them with you. As for them... Yeah, just get on top of it. Just get on top of it. Where are you, my good sir? My good prince, indeed. These guys just stand around going, "Oh no, we're missing out on all the fun." And you've got bows and you weren't even using them. It would have been a great flanking shot, but it wouldn't have been proper. It would not have been proper. They were not part of the battle. We're not invited. That would be wrong to kill them. Yes, indeed. So, I think at this point we're all very good. These guys need to stop shooting because they're probably just killing their own men at this point. You get into here and it'll just be a mop-up job now. So, good victory for us out here on the field. Worked out well, only 40% lost. See you back on the campaign map. Clear victory for us there. Absolute demolition job, in fact. Look at that. And that probably makes Venice incredibly vulnerable now. So Rome and Venice both looking weak. With that, we'll execute them because, frankly, I don't want them coming back. That's a good bit of news for us. And we've gained ourselves lots and lots of experience. Maximilian Mandorf is now up to 7 on the old experience. He's got himself a shield bearer, which is sadly less morale, but more hit points. It's probably why he seems to live forever. So, as we go on, yeah, he's got marks of war. He's got brave, lacks compassion. Yes, well, he lacks compassion. There's no compassion. You attacked us, so we kill you. It's very, very simple. Okay, some of our cav, though, does need a bit of healing up. So, these two chaps need to head back up to Innsbruck.
You should face trial.
We should face trial for heresy. Indeed we should, but it's also known as Islam and it's a religion. So, too bad. Can't do anything about us now. That wasn't Prince Henry at all. That was the other bloke. Oh well, that explains something. So, we have ourselves very little in terms of the troop retrain here because I haven't actually got myself a town guard. Right, I could do with the mining as well. Do I want the mining right now? Probably not. Let's get the town guard. Could probably do with some extra troops around here. So how are we going to go and take on Rome? It is a bit empty. Dear Pope Gregory, I wouldn't mind going to kill him myself, actually. Yes. Yes, indeed, 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 indeed. Okay, we can make this happen, can't we? I reckon then, let's get ourselves a bit of retraining going on here. Ourselves you two who need to head into the land just to get yourselves retrained. I'm sure there's some extra mercenaries around. There aren't actually. Just hide them, of course. So I'll head the army back in this direction. Perhaps he's going to take on those chaps. Right, what I want to do in Innsbruck is get ourselves Sergeant Spearman. Actually, I'm not too worried about the Spearmen. I'd rather get myself the cavalry for the moment, because I can get those in all sorts of places. Good old Hulk. Lovely stuff. Some town militia for the short term, just to give us some troops. I can send these guys out and leave the town militia in there. You get yourself some more troops. In fact, get yourself some troops, because you might send some of that cavalry over to Rome as well. Yes, that could work out quite well. Okay, Valencia's looking potentially vulnerable. We'll have to see about all of that nonsense. But yeah, things looking good. Everyone's starting to threaten us. The Venetians are over here as well. That's not great. Okay, maybe cancel that. What can we get over here in Vienna? Some sort of units. There we are. 2 more infantry. That'll be able to hold for the time being. We'll send 1 more of these cav in that direction just to make sure we're safe. I'm pretty sure Poland are fine, by the way. Poland are at war with the Russians now, so that should mean that we are okay. Yeah, Poland at war with Russia, so they should be distracting each other, probably fighting over Vilnius or Riga, I imagine. I'm not sure if Vilnius has fallen to anyone yet. I can't see it, so I imagine not, because I have got the Polish map information at an earlier point. Perhaps they've got it since then, but it's looking good. Oslo is now a town, which means that, yeah, large town, by the way, because I converted it from the castle tree. Was a good little neat trick, that. Should be getting us some more money in. Okay, things are looking good. Things are looking good. The money is improving. Let's see where things are headed, because I need to take up Venice and Rome. But it's a little bit awkward right now. How are we going to make this all work? Unsurprisingly, the Spanish are going to take on Toledo with that army. That's absolutely fine. We've got ourselves plenty of troops to hold that off. And interesting, Venice have decided to attack cavalry who are wandering around. Yeah, no, I'd rather they get back to the city. Why are you following them along? That's a bit irritating, isn't it? Oh well, we'll just have to resolve, because that's the best way of hopefully having some of them alive. But they'll probably just all die. There we go. We've got a bit of extra movement out of nothing there. Frankfurt is now ours. Liber de Composizione Alchemia. No, I don't really care about that at the moment. We'll get to that time. Now, as for Venice, yes, we'll go and attack these guys in their main city. Good news. Good news indeed. So, yeah, we'll probably get ourselves a ram just to finish that off. A couple of galleys, nothing else in the city there, not worth it. Right, if they're now taking on... oh, Pope's going for another punt, is he? Yeah, I was going to say, if they're going to take on us over there, I'm going to go and send good old Heinrich over here to Florence. Probably gather a few of our troops, because we have some spares hanging around. These crossbowmen, let's go to Bologna for now, keep that happy. Send you over here as well. So, we've got a few troops over in Florence. Get ourselves another actually, no, let's not get the imam. We need to get that over in Spain. We need to go and complete the Reconquista. But in reverse this time, of course. Now, what have they actually sent in towards us?
Draw your sword.
Quite a lot. Quite a ruddy darn lot. And unfortunately, one turn too late for the old knights. But it's a fortress. We got plenty of men. We'll be able to hold that. I'm not worried in any way. Construction report. Frankfurt has got itself a stone wall upgrade. Minings are available in towns now. I've just got to pick my moment for that. Can't afford too much. Ah, good old Flenricus has been born to the world, and Prague is ready to grow as well. Yeah, we're just money is a bit tight right now. We've got all these wars going on. It's kind of cut a lot of our trade off, so be careful. Vienna never did get attacked, which is good news indeed. So we'll just hold on to that for the time being. There's no one really to snipe off in terms of merchants right now, is there? No, there's not. Fine. We'll head to Venice next turn, if indeed we get the opportunity. These boats cost us a little bit of money. We have one spy over here, so we could actually... No, I'm not sure we want you to go in there. I say that. Let's just stop for a moment. Let's send this spy in. There we go. Wow. Knights Hospitalaire. And the Paris Crossbowmen. Very nice, very nice. Now, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the Knights of St. John, we're going to destroy that automatically, aren't we? Because that's something we can't have. I assume so, anyway. I should say that. Is this tied to religion, or is it tied to faction in the files? I never actually edited anything for the guilds. I did not think about that. Presumably we'd be available to get that guild, but I guess as an Islamic faction we aren't. So, yeah, I'd assume that we can't, but... the gates are indeed open. I'm not sure we necessarily want to go into the open gates. Let's just have a quick look at all of this. Pavis Crossbowmen and the Knights. Do we want to head in against that? We've just opened gates. I think we don't, to be honest. That could be very painful indeed. But we do have two very strong generals here. Two very strong generals indeed. You could chunk them down. You know what, we'll give this a go, but I think we will have to give it a go next time because I think it's been a bit of a long episode at this point. Next time then we will head into Venice, we'll take them out, we'll start to consider how we can head south to take out the Pope. Emperor Heinrich is still around and I think his unfinished business with his old friend Gregory. So that will come next time. For now though, I will leave you with us teetering on victory over Venice. So, I'm Thomas, this is Tennis to Human, and this has been our Islamic Holy Roman Empire campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. No! Not again! How did you lose to the archers? Anyone who's already got children, they've just been killed. Filthy pilchards, the lot of you. Oh, Steve! You were the best of all the Steves. Rum pum pa 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 pa.